Hey, it's Cecil, and it's Sunday, and welcome back to another speed build. It is just about back to school season here in the US, and I'm pretty sure a good few other places too. So I have started venturing into some academic builds. Today we are rebuilding the Brightchester University Commons because, frankly, I don't even really know what the ones that the that Discover University came with actually look like. I'm just gonna be honest with you there. um, I I remember when Discover University first came out, Lil Simsy had redone all of like the builds, and so I have always been using her version. But I was like, you know what? I've been venturing out with more and more builds. Let's make our own. So that is what we are doing today. And the shell and the roofing and the windows, they get played with quite a lot because I could not decide what I wanted to do. Um, you'll see me zooming in and out and turning the camera towards like the surrounding fake buildings in the world to try and capture the vibe, because what I wanted to do was I sort of wanted it to be like I wanted it to have the vibes of the surrounding world while also being a maybe slightly more modernized building compared to the rest of them, if that at all makes sense. I don't know. I also don't know if I achieved it, but it looks okay. I I'm happy with how it turned out, like quite happy. Um and the best part is that compared to the last two builds I did, it did not take me more than 2 hours because the last two builds that I did, I made a beach home and I have not built on a beach in so long. So, playing with the terrain and then really going ham on the clutter. And oh boy, that took a while. And then I built a mall. There was so much footage. There was and I cried a few times. I cried a few times. So, having a build that did not make me cry any times was great. And I was so good. I only used base game, Discover University, Seasons, and the Book Nook kit. I have decided that when I am doing these academic builds, um, I'm going to try and limit myself in the packs that I use. Especially in regards to like okay. So here's here's my logic, right? So obviously base game and Discover University for the university builds. And then I don't think I can do without seasons because I I mean, I feel like a good amount of people will have seasons if they have packs, right? Because seasons is just kind of like seasons is that girl. It's kind of, it adds a very necessary part of the world, in my opinion, at least. Not everybody has to feel that way, and that is totally cool. But for me, I just, I like I like having seasons and holidays and whatnot. And also because for anyone who is playing with seasons, I think the main seasons thing that is included in this is literally the thermostat. Like, I don't know if that's the only thing, but it might be the only thing. You know what I mean? Like, like there's a very real possibility that the thermostat is the only seasons thing. I can double check that after I put it on the gallery and all that, but like I have a feeling, because I have this problem with my Sims going into community lots and then being like, oh my god, it's so cold, or oh my god, it's so hot, and I just can't deal with that. I cannot deal with it. So, And then because this is Brightchester, I was like, Book Nook. The Book Nook kit is so good, and having like a big built in like wall bookcase in the commons was just it was the vibe. It was so it was so the vibe. I stand by my decision to use the Book Nook kit. But that is what I limited myself to, and I was very good. I kept the filters on, and I will double check to make sure that I did not accidentally use anything else. I was briefly looking for like the changing table, and then I realized that the changing table must have come with growing together. But that's fine. It's okay. that's, that's okay. It's fine. Anyways, so I kind of decided to make like downstairs very much a study area. Like, this is where the research machines are going to be. This is where the like area to do homework is going to be, where the bookcases are going to be. And then I made upstairs like the research and debate club kind of area. And then I made an outside patio, which I don't know if I've added yet. I might have, but I have already forgotten what I've seen happen in this video. Um, but I wanted to also give a little bit of outside room for the like art guild. I can't remember what that club is called. But anyways, goodness, brain question mark. So I wanted to like give a space for all of like the things that I associate with Brightchester. And I think we did a good job with that. I also have some indoor and outdoor area for eating food from the little like cafe. I don't know, the food place, the place with the food. um, but yeah, and I also included a shower in the bathrooms because listen, university, you don't have time to do a lot of things in Sims University or real life university. So I was like, maybe it's always good to have an option so that you can just have your Sims take a shower instead of having to like wash their hands 50 times. Um yeah, and then I kind of split the upstairs into two areas so the debate team can have like multiple debate practices happening at the same time. Ah, yes, here is the outdoor location that I am using for the sort of art guild area. At first, I was like, I am going to use the clear ceiling, and then I remembered that having more than one roof piece with the clear roof looks silly, so we did not stay with that. But anyways, we've got the Brightchester crest up there, and slowly but surely pulling it together, making it a thing. um, yeah, I still cannot decide how I feel about the outside of this build. Like, I like the inside quite a bit, but the outside is a little bit weird. Um, I am still very much in the progress of learning what I want to do when it comes to like when it comes to using or when it comes to building community lots. Oh my gosh, I'm so it's kind of you know, but I think it came together nicely enough, and it's the same thing with like doing the walls inside where it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's just like if I'm gonna be dynamic about the paints that I'm using, like I don't know. Is it gonna look silly? Is it gonna look fine? um and again, I think it turned out okay. I just it's the anxiety. I tried to use Brightchester colors in every place that I could because, that's super fun and I stand by that decision. I do like having the exposed brick. I stand by that decision because I could have like painted the stairs, but I think it's kind of fun to just be like exposed brick. I don't know. Anyways, this little area in the corner next to the debate machines is like it's got I don't know. I imagine that the stuff that I ended up putting on it was like donated by some of the alums. And then we've got this little reading nook and yeah. I feel so all over the place because, frankly, it's been raining a lot in the past week and I have been having a flare up. It has been deeply unpleasant. My brain is absolute mush. I don't know if you know this, but flare ups of the autoimmune sort cause inflammation in all of the major organ systems a lot of the time, and that includes the brain, which leads to some hefty brain fog. So I do apologize for being all over the place, but it is what it is sometimes. Anyways, now we're just going in and we're putting some clutter. I wanted to put like textbook clutter and, everything that looks like people are studying here, and then filling in some of the blanks on the bookshelves with more book clutter. That was so exciting to me for absolutely no reason. I was just having a really good time. I really like these bookcases. Okay, like I just yes, I use some from Discover University, but I really like the Book Nook ones. And if you don't, that is totally fine. Like you can just you can you can download it without that and just like put your own book related clutter there. Like that's totally fine. Um but yeah. Oh yeah, and then outside I wanted to put like the canvas clutter items because I felt like that would be really good. Like I was like, yeah, that makes sense for the art guild, So I don't know. I had a great time with setting these areas up, and it feels like yes, this is the study area, this is the debate area, this is the painting area. So I'm really proud of how it turned out. Layout wise and functionality wise, I think that if you have a sim that goes to Brightchester, I think it'll be good. um, as you can see, I did put some like fairy lights on the outside of the building because I thought it would be cute. I don't know. It's one of those things where I was like, if this is the art school, right? Because the the difference between the two universities in Discover University is that Brightchester is more like the Bachelor of Arts, whereas Foxbury is the Bachelor of Science. That's like that's the distinction. One is very much arts and history based, the other one is very much STEM based. Um so I wanted it to feel like the arts. Oh yeah, now we're going in with the ceilings and I am still really not sure about the ceilings. Like I like them in theory, and I think that that was a fine ceiling choice. But I just wish that they gave us like some more actually ceiling-y ceiling choices because I just nothing none of it feels distinctly ceiling, especially since like for a plain ceiling, so often it'll just be like painted. And we don't have any floors that are like paint, so we don't have any ceilings that are like paint. Um and that's kind of a problem because it's the way that you can have carpet as a ceiling. You know, I'm so specifically bothered by this. I'm sorry. Anyways, so in a moment here, we will hop into game and take a closer look at how everything is looking. But the TLDR is that I had fun building this. It wasn't a super long build. It didn't cause me any amount of stress, um, which is great because I've been having a flare up the past week. So I needed to have no stress. I needed to just have a good time, and I think that this build was just a good time. Yeah, we put some Kleenex up by the debate area because I don't think there's anything worse than trying to give a lengthy speech or debate and then all of a sudden you have a snot or you have like a frog in your throat. I think that's terrible. So having tissues, it just made sense. Trying to get some plants and just like clutter to vibe up the place, you know. Got some planter boxes on the windows, get some trees. It it was a good time. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with how the build went. I think I think I will definitely be using this in my own personal gameplay, which is exciting because, I've been using the same rebuild of the commons for so long that it's exciting to get a change of pace, especially since I have so many Sims who go to Brightchester because I play with artsy Sims a lot. But anyways, let's hop into game and take a quick look at how the build went in slow normal motion. Okay, so first of all, I was right. The only item from Seasons in this build is indeed the thermostat. Everything else is Discover University, base game, or Book Nook. And all of the Book Nook stuff is just clutter, so if you don't have it, you can just, put down. I would say that the best, replacement for this area would probably be some of the really big bookcases from Discover University. They're not module, but they are big. Where is it? It's not this one. Aha! It's these. They're not quite as tall, but they're still pretty hefty and can still work as looking like a built-in. But anyways, so here's the build. From the outside, we've got this little path and this little slightly overgrown flower area. So uh we come into here and go up over in this area. We have got the painting section and whatnot. We've got some canvases and all of that good stuff. And then why is it like this? And then going in the door, we've got the little area for eating. We've got salt and pepper shakers and hold on. The other chairs are there, right? Yes. Okay, good. Free cam is just wonky. All right, good stuff, good stuff. We've got this big menu, which I believe is actually base game. Yes, it is. The menu is base game. Anyways, yeah, here we have the singular seasons item. So if you're not using seasons, you literally don't need the thermostat. That's literally the only thing it's for, is so your Sims aren't complaining. We've got this little area with this, typewriter and this, quill. I imagine that these are things that were just, donated as decor from alumni. We've got a bunch of stuff as far as, research machines and whatnot. We've got a big pride flag. We've got all this study area. And then when we go upstairs, we have got the bathrooms and the debate areas. And for the bathrooms, because I did put showers in there, I do have some towels and whatnot. I know in real life you would probably not want to use towels that are just out for everybody, but it's just decoration and The Sims, so it's totally fine. And then out here we've got our little patio with some umbrella tables and whatnot. Yeah, it's simple. It does the job. Your Sims can eat, study, and vibe here. They can nap on the sofas. They can get their skills up and all of that good stuff, which, as we all know, that is incredibly important for Sims University. But yeah, it is up on my gallery if you want to take a look at it. It is Awkward Fangirl 6 on the gallery. Darby's Den redone. Only 3 packs in it, so we're doing good. We're limiting ourselves. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And leave a comment below if there is a build that you would like to see in the future. I have a whole back to school series planned going through September, so we have some plans, but that doesn't mean that I won't work in other stuff if it is suggested to me. You can follow me in the links in the description box below, including my Twitch channel where I stream The Sims a couple times a week. And I will see you later this week, hopefully for a legacy challenge. hopefully this flare up ends so that I can sit down, record, and also edit a Legacy Challenge episode. Oh boy, I miss my Sims.